Hi guys, welcome to today's tutorials. We'll be working on start questions. I would like you to get your writing materials ready and your calculators ready. We'll be right back. Alright, our first question for today is, a bus is traveling at a constant speed along a straight portion of road. The equation d equals to 30t gives the distance d in feet from a road marker that the bus will be t seconds after passing the marker. How many feet from the marker will the bus be 2 seconds after passing the marker? Alright, if we have, let's represent our road, our straight line road as this, and we said that from the marker, this is our marking point, M. Now, they said the bus from this mark point has gone 2 seconds. So our t will be 2 seconds. Now, we know that from the equation we've been given d equals to 30t. So for us to find our distance, which is from this marking point to this point, let's call this n. This will become 30 times the time, which is 2 seconds, to give us our d, which will give us d will be 60 bits. Now, from our question, we know that defect bits are 29 and total bits produced by the machine are 100. So probability of defect would be 29 over 100. Now, this cannot be broken down to any other term. So this is the lowest term for this. So our answer will be C, 29 over 100. Now, to the next question we have, which expression is equivalent to 2x squared plus x minus 9 plus x squared plus 6x plus 1. Now, in order to do this, we'll look at collecting the common terms from both sides. So since we have 2x squared here, we have x squared there, we'll bring them together. So we'll have 2x squared plus x squared, now plus x plus 6x and plus minus 9 plus 1. Now, 2 plus 1 will give us 3x squared plus 7x plus minus 9 minus 9 plus 1 will give us a minus 8. So if we multiply our signs here, this becomes 3x squared plus 7x minus 8, which is option D. What is the equation of the line that passes through the points 0 and 5 and is parallel to graph of y equals to 7x plus 4 in the xy plane? Now we know our line of equation is y equals to mx plus c, all right, where m is your gradient, and from the question the passing points are 0 and 5. So for those points we are going to have y equals to mx plus 5 as our equation. Now they said it's parallel y equals to 7x plus 4. It's parallel to this. Now if it's parallel to it, that means they are having the same slope and gradient. From our Cartesian plane, if we have a Cartesian plane this way, now if we say at point 1 it's passing through this point this way at 0 and at 5, that means if it's passing this way, that means the second one is also parallel to it. So if they are parallel, then they're having the same gradient. So if they're having the same gradient, the gradient for this, our m in our second graph, m in our equation 2, which is y equals to 7x plus 4 is 7. So that means invariably the graph, the gradient of the next one, since they are parallel, will become mx plus 5, where m equals to 7. So our equation, line of equation, will become y equals to 7x plus 5. So that is option B, y equals to 7x plus 5. The solution to the given system of equation is A and B. What is the value of B? Now our given systems are 2A plus 8B equals to 198, equation 1, and 2A plus 4B equals to 98, equation 2. Now, since we are looking for the value of B, and luckily we have the coefficients of A to be equal, we can simply eliminate. And in doing elimination, since their signs are the same, we'll do what? Subtract. So 2 minus 2 will give us 0. A minus A will cancel out. Now 8 minus 4 will give us 4B equals to 198 minus 98 will give us 100. Dividing both sides by 4, we are having 4B over 4 equals to 100 over 4. So therefore, B equals to 25. Our B equals to 20. 240 over 6 sprouted. The expression 90y raised to power 5 minus 54y raised to power 4 is equivalent to r y raised to power 4 bracket open 15y minus 9. Now, for us to do this, it says where r is a constant, what is the value of r? Now, to solve this, we have to open up this bracket. This will become 90y raised to power 5 minus 54y raised to power 4 is equivalent to this. 15 times this will give us 15r y raised to power 5 minus 9r y raised to power 4. Now, since they say it's equivalent, that means 90y raised to power 5 is equivalent to 15r raised to power y raised to power 5. So if we say 90y raised to power 5 equals to 15r y raised to power 5. Now, we can easily find the value of our r from here. Now, if we say divide both sides by making r our subject of formula, we have divide both sides by 15y squared, y raised to power 5. This will become 90y raised to power 5 all over 15y raised to power 5 equals to 15r y raised to power 5 all over 15y raised to power 5. This will cancel this. This will cancel this. 15 will cancel 15, leaving us with r equals to 90 over 15. And if we should break this down, this will give us 5 here, 3, 5 here, 1, 5 into 9, 1, remaining 4, into 40, 8. 3 here, 1, 3 into 18, 6. So therefore, our r equals to 6. The value of r will give us 6. The area A in square centimeters of a rectangular cutting board can be represented by the expression W bracket open W plus 9 bracket close, where W is the width in centimeters of the cutting board. Which expression represents the length in centimeters of the cutting board? Okay, if we have our rectangular board, now it says W is the width and we do not know our length, but we know that area of rectangle equals to length times W, which is our width. And in this case, they've told us that the area is W brackets W plus 9, which is length times W. Now, if we have this, knowing that our W is on both sides, we can divide both sides by W. This becomes W plus 9 equals to length times W all over W all over W. This cancels this cancels this. Even with your length will be W plus 9, which is our option D. Cycle A has a radius of 3n and a cycle has a radius of another cycle B. Okay, that should be cycle B has a radius of 1, 2n. So we have our first cycle A with a radius of 3n and cycle B with a radius of 129n. This is cycle B and this is cycle A. Now it says where n is a positive constant, the area of cycle B is how many times the area of cycle A? We know that for area of cycle, which is pi r squared, okay? So for area of cycle A, area of A will become pi r, where our r is 3n squared, which will now become A equals to 9n pi n squared. While for area of sample B, area of B will become pi times 129n all squared, which will now give us our b equals to 129 times 129. We are having 129 times 129. 9 times 9 will give us 81. Write down 1, carry 8. 9 times 2, 18. 18 plus 8. 18 plus 8 will give us 26. Write down 6, carry 2. 9 times 1, 9 plus 2 will give us 11. Now 2 times 9 will give us 18. Carry 1. 2 times 2 will give us 4 plus 1, 5. Now 2 times 1 will give us 2. 1 times 9 will give us 9. 1 times 2 will give us 2. And 1 times 1 will give us 1. This brings us to 1. 6 plus 8 will give us 4. That's 14. Write down 4. Carry 1. 10. 9 plus 1, 10. Plus 1, 15. Plus extra 1, 16. Write down 6. Carry 1. 1 plus 1, 2. 6, 1. So we are having 16,641 pi n squared. Now, they're asking for how many times is cycle B bigger than the area of cycle B bigger than the area of cycle A. Now, since we have both areas of both cycle, we can now equate them together to have our n. This become A, our area of B all over area of A, which will now become 16641 pi n squared all over 9 pi n squared. N squared will cancel n, pi will cancel pi. So if we have area of B divided by area of A, so that will be 16641 pi n squared all over 9 pi n squared. So our area will become 16641 divided by 9. So if we divide this, our area equals to 16641 divided by 9. We are having 1849. So B is greater than A 1849 times, which is option D. The measure of angle R is 2 pi over 3 radian. R equals to 2 pi over 3 radian. And the measure of angle T is 5 pi over 12 radian, greater than R. Now, what is the measure of T, angle T, in degrees? Okay, now for us to solve this, since T is 5 pi over 12 greater than R, that means T will become 5 pi over 12 plus that of R, which is 2 pi over 3. Now, for us to find T in radian, this becomes T equals to LCM of 12 and 3 will become 12. This becomes 5 pi plus 3 into 12, 4. 4 times 2. 4 times 2, 8 pi, which is going to give us 5 pi plus 8 pi will give us 13 pi over 12. Now, we know that for radian, we have it as pi 180 over pi. Okay, for 1 radian, we have it as 180 over pi. Now, converting this to degrees, this becomes 13 pi all over 12 times 180 over pi. Now, pi will cancel pi. 12 here, 2 here will give us 6. 2 here will give us 90. 6, 3 here will give us 2. 3 here will give us 30. 2 here, 1. 2 here, 15. So we are having 13 times 15. 13 times 15 will give us 195 degrees. So the degree of T in the angle of t in degrees is 195 degrees. The given equation relates the variables x and y. For what value of x does the value of y reach its minimum? Now, in talking about minimum, we have for us to find our minimum value, we have minus b all over 2a as our formula. But our equation is saying y equals to x squared minus 14 plus 22. Now, our quadratic equation, if we remember a quadratic equation which says that y equals to ax squared plus minus bx plus minus c. Now, where your x, b, and c are constants. Now, for our equation here, our a equals to 1, b equals to minus 14, and c equals to plus 22. So for us to find our minimum using this formula, which is our minimum value for for y to reach will become minus b over 2a, where our b is what? Minus 14. So this will become minus 14 all over 2 times a, which is 1. So this will become minus times minus will be plus. So this will become 14 divided by 2, which is 7. So the minimum value for which y equals to x squared minus 14 plus 22 will reach its minimum value will be at the value of 7 at y. Sean rents a tent at a cost plus our insurance fee. So this will become, cost for 1 day is $11. Now, the number of days we don't know, which we represented as D, plus our insurance fee, which is 10. So that would be the formula for renting it for number of D days. That is 11D plus 10, option C. The function g is defined by gx equals to 6x. For what value is x if gx equals to 54? Now, gx is equals to 6x and gx is equals to 54. So replacing gx here with 54, this becomes 54 equals to 6x. So x equals to 54 divided by 6. X equals to 9. A producer is creating a video with a length of 70 minutes. The video will consist of segments that are 1 minute long and 3 minutes long. Which equation represents this situation? where x represents 1 minute and y represents 3 minutes. Now, since we know that he's producing 70 minutes length video, so that means x plus y will be equals to 70. Okay, now since he's talking about 1 minute for x and 3 minutes for y, and we want to know the total number of which equation represents this situation. So for us to know the total number of minutes, so this will become x, which is 1, plus 3 minutes for y, which is going to give us x plus 3y equals to 70. So for every 1 minute of x, we are having the 3 minutes for y. So for us to get the total number of minutes covered, it will become x plus 3y equals to 70 minutes. The function f is defined by fx equals to 8x cubed plus 4. What is the value of f when it is 2? So when f is 2, this becomes f2 equals to 8 bracket 2 cubed plus 4. 8 bracket 2 times 2 times 2 plus 4. Now this will become 8 times 2 times 2, 4. 4 times 2, 8 plus 4. 8 times 8 will give us 64. 64 plus 4 would give us 68. So the value of f2 equals to 68. The solution to the given system of equation x, y. What is the value of x when y equals to minus 3x and 4x plus y equals to 15? Now, since we've been given the value of y equals to minus 3x, we can directly substitute into our second equation to find the value of x. So this will give us 4x plus bracket open. In place of y, we replace with minus 3x equals to 15. Now, opening up this bracket, we're having 4x minus times plus will give us minus 3x equals to 15. 4x minus 3x will give us x equals to 15. So the value of x is 15, which is option C. A bowl contains 20 ounces of water. When the bowl is uncovered, the amount of water in the bowl decreases by 1 ounce every 4 days. If 9 ounces of water remains in this bowl, for how many days has it been uncovered? Now, since they say that total water in the bowl is 20 ounces, all right? Now, for every 4 days, so it loses 1 ounce in 4 days. And now it's left with 9 ounces remaining. Now for us to find the difference between our total ounce and our remaining will become 20 minus 9. That is what was lost. The water lost to become 20 minus 9, which is 11 ounces. Now, if 11 ounces was lost, and we know that for 1 ounce, it requires 4 days. That means for 11 ounces, we are having x days. So we can cross multiply. 1 times x will give us x days equals to 4 times 11 will give us 44. So our x equals to 44 days. So it took 44 days for it to lose 11 ohms, which is option C. If 9 bracket 4 minus 3x plus 2 equals to 8 bracket 4 minus 3x plus 18, what is the value of 4 minus 3x? So we are looking for 4 minus 3x. Now, for us to solve this, we are having common terms. We can bring them together. This becomes 9 bracket 4 minus 3x. This going over will become minus 8 bracket 4 minus 3x equals to 18 minus 2. So this will give us 9 minus 8 bracket 4 minus 3x. Since we have them as common terms, we can collect them together, factorizing them. So we have 9 minus 8. Factorize this to give us 4 minus 3x equals to 16. So 9 minus 8, which is 1, bracket 4 minus 3x equals to 16. And don't forget, what we are looking for is the value of 4 minus 3x. So from here, we can see that our value of 4 minus 3x equals to 16, which is option D. A circle has center O and points R and S lie on the circle. Now, if we have our circle with our center O, and it says R and S lies on the circle, that means R, we have point R and we have point S. Okay, now it says this is X, this will also be X. Now, using our theorem that says that sum of angles in a triangle equals to 180 will give us X plus 88 equals to 180 degrees. Reason, sum of angles in a triangle equals to 180 degrees. Now, knowing that we're having X plus X will give us 2X plus 88 equals to 180 degrees. Now, having that, we have 2X equals to 180 minus 88. So 2X equals to 92 degrees. 10 minus 8 will give us 2. 17 minus 8 will give us 9. So X equals to 92 over 2, which will give us 46 degrees. So the value of S, angle RSO, will become 46 degrees. Thank you for watching our tutorials today. Please, if you have any comments or question, put it in our comment section and we'll be sure to attend to you. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos. Thank you.